Hello Lakers fan, if you are one of those who are always up to date with the news about our Lakers, then you need to stay tuned to what is coming up on our Lakers news channel. I am preparing exclusive coverage on the possible signings of Lakers, and what I can tell you is that rumors are catching fire on social media, and if you don't want to miss any information, stay tuned. We have exclusive news every day. If you are a true Lakers and don't want to be left out of the news, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's go to the video.
New Lakers center DeAndre Ayton could be a challenge for J.J. Redick. The Los Angeles Lakers finally landed a true starting caliber center with the recent signing of DeAndre Ayton on July 2nd. On paper, this move solves a long-standing issue for the franchise. But in fixing one problem, the Lakers may have introduced another, one that could test the leadership of new head coach J.J. Redick. A history of discipline issues. Ayton, the No. 1 overall pick in the 2018 NBA Draft, showed flashes of elite potential early in his career with the Phoenix Suns. But despite his talent, off-court discipline issues gradually overshadowed his on-court production. The Suns ultimately traded him after repeated concerns about his attitude and professionalism behind the scenes. The same pattern followed in Portland. After just 2 seasons with the Trailblazers, Ayton was waived, despite the team still owing him a significant portion of his $26 million salary for the upcoming season. Portland's decision spoke volumes. According to reporting from The Athletic, Ayton's issues included showing up late to practices and team flights, skipping required rehab and media sessions, and reacting poorly to being benched, sometimes throwing visible tantrums on the court in front of fans and teammates. A potential headache for Redick. While the Lakers front office is optimistic about what Ayton can bring on the floor, there's genuine concern behind the scenes about how he'll fit into the team culture, especially under a rookie head coach like J.J. Redick. Ayton is being brought in to fill a critical role. But if past behavioral patterns continue, the player expected to be a solution could quickly become a liability, creating tension in the locker room and disrupting team chemistry. It's worth noting that even stars like Luka Doncic or LeBron James have accepted benchings without public outbursts. For Ayton, the expectation is clear. Professionalism and accountability come first. Fortunately, Redick has already shown he's not afraid to make tough calls. Last season, he benched D'Angelo Russell in favor of Rui Hachimura and rookie Dalton Knecht when needed. In the playoffs, he replaced Jackson Hayes with Dorian Finney-Smith to better match up with opponents. If Ayton fails to meet team standards, Redick won't hesitate to act. A fresh start, or another risk. There's reason to believe Ayton might turn the page in Los Angeles. After receiving a strong offer from the Indiana Pacers, he chose the Lakers, indicating not just interest, but commitment. His excitement to join a contender could be a sign he's ready to buy in and leave past mistakes behind. But it's up to Ayton now. The Lakers are betting on his talent, maturity, and willingness to adapt. If he can meet those expectations, he could become a game changer for this team. If not, the challenges J.J. Redick faces in his first year as head coach may grow far more complicated than expected. DeAndre Ayton joins the Lakers, a fresh start or a new challenge for J.J. Redick. The Los Angeles Lakers have addressed a long-standing need by signing veteran center DeAndre Ayton. His arrival brings talent, size, and interior scoring to a team in need of front-court reinforcement. However, while this move solves one problem, it may open the door to others, particularly when it comes to locker room dynamics and discipline. A history of talent and trouble. Ayton, the No. 1 overall pick in the 2018 NBA Draft, began his career with high expectations in Phoenix. Though he showed flashes of excellence early on, off-court issues gradually overshadowed his on-court performance. His time with the Suns ended in a trade, reportedly due to ongoing concerns about punctuality, professionalism, and clashes with coaches. Those same issues appeared again in Portland, where Ayton spent 2 seasons before being released. Despite his talent, the Blazers chose to part ways with him, while still owing him part of his contract, citing similar concerns with his attitude and reliability. Reports described Ayton missing team obligations, showing frustration during games when benched, and creating tension in the locker room. While none of these issues were career-ending individually, together they painted the picture of a player struggling to meet the behavioral standards expected of a franchise cornerstone. A test for J.J. Redick's leadership. Now in Los Angeles, Ayton has a new coach in J.J. Redick, a former player and rookie head coach known for his direct, analytical approach. Redick will be tasked not only with maximizing Ayton's impact on the floor, but also ensuring he stays disciplined off it. That will be no easy task. Redick has already shown a willingness to make bold decisions. Last season, he benched D'Angelo Russell in favor of Rui Hachimura and rookie Dalton Knecht. In the playoffs, he removed Jackson Hayes from the starting lineup in favor of Dorian Finney-Smith to improve spacing and perimeter defense. If Ayton struggles to accept a role or falls into old habits, Redick may be forced to make similar decisions. Such moves could risk friction within the team, especially with a player of Ayton's caliber and salary. A player with something to prove. That said, Ayton's decision to join the Lakers suggests he is looking for a fresh start. He reportedly turned down a more lucrative offer from the Indiana Pacers, choosing instead to join a team with championship ambitions. This could be a sign that he is ready to accept structure and embrace accountability. The Lakers believe that the opportunity to play alongside veterans like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and under a staff that includes respected assistants like Scott Brooks and Nate McMillan, may help Ayton stay focused and motivated. High risk, high reward. Ayton brings with him the potential to be one of the top centers in the league when fully engaged. He averaged over 15 points and nearly 10 rebounds per game last season. With the Lakers' guard play and offensive firepower, he'll have the opportunity to thrive in a role that suits his strengths: rim running, rebounding, and shot blocking. However, the key to this move's success will be Ayton's mindset. If he's committed, the Lakers may have found the missing piece to elevate their roster. If not, they risk internal tension that could derail a season already filled with high expectations. Final word. DeAndre Ayton's signing could either be a turning point in his career, or another missed opportunity. For the Lakers and J.J. Redick, the next few months will be about establishing trust, building accountability, and ensuring that this gamble brings long-term value, not locker room disruption. Let me know if you'd like a version tailored for a blog post, sports article, or social media feature. Lakers to re-sign Jackson Hayes with potential star-level clause. The Los Angeles Lakers continue to make moves this offseason, though not necessarily the ones fans expected. The team is reportedly set to bring back center Jackson Hayes and may even include a rare contract clause usually reserved for franchise stars. A surprising level of control. The Lakers' decision to renew Hayes' contract is raising eyebrows, not just because of his inconsistent play, but also due to the inclusion of a potential no-trade clause. This would give Hayes the power to veto any trade involving him, essentially letting him decide whether he stays or goes. Such clauses are extremely rare in the NBA. As of now, only LeBron James and Bradley Beal hold that level of control over their contracts. While the clause is technically available to players with 3 or more consecutive seasons on the same team, it's seldom granted. Hayes has just completed his 3rd season with the Lakers. He could exercise his player option to stay on his current deal or decline it and test free agency to negotiate a more favorable contract, something insiders believe is likely. Role in flux. The timing of this extension is interesting, given the recent acquisition of DeAndre Ayton. With Ayton now expected to be the Lakers' primary center, Hayes is likely to return to a bench role, a position he held before Anthony Davis shifted away from playing the 5. Ayton's arrival signals a clear shift in the Lakers' frontcourt strategy. He's more polished, more aggressive offensively, and brings a different level of presence in the paint. Hayes, on the other hand, struggled to earn trust from head coach J.J. Redick during the playoffs. At one point, Redick even benched him in favor of Dorian Finney-Smith, who, despite being undersized, proved more effective off the bench. Now that Finney-Smith has been traded to the Houston Rockets, Hayes is expected to be Ayton's primary backup once again. What this means moving forward. The Lakers' decision to keep Hayes, possibly with a no-trade clause, suggests they still see value in his presence, both on the court and in the locker room. But it also puts pressure on him to deliver. With a more limited role and heightened expectations, Hayes will need to prove that he can be consistent, reliable, and mentally locked in. This move also reflects the Lakers' ongoing balancing act, trying to remain competitive in the short term while managing salary flexibility and roster continuity for the long haul. Whether this gamble on Hayes pays off remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: his future with the Lakers now carries higher stakes than ever. Lakers re-sign Jackson Hayes with rare no-trade clause, a strategic, yet risky move. The Los Angeles Lakers have made a surprising but strategic decision by re-signing center Jackson Hayes to a 1-year deal. What's drawing even more attention than the contract itself is the inclusion of a full no-trade clause, something extremely rare for a player in Hayes' role. A unique contract clause. Only a handful of NBA players have earned the right to a full no-trade clause, typically reserved for superstars like LeBron James and Bradley Beal. But because Hayes has now signed 3 consecutive one-year deals with the same team, the collective bargaining agreement automatically triggers this protection, giving him the right to veto any trade proposal. This clause grants Hayes an unusual level of job security and influence, especially for a player who has yet to establish himself as a consistent starter. Depth with questions. Hayes' return comes on the heels of the Lakers signing DeAndre Ayton to be their starting center, a move that clearly repositions Hayes as a backup. It's a demotion from the role he briefly held following Anthony Davis's departure, but it doesn't mean Hayes won't be important. He is expected to be the team's first option off the bench at center, and with Dorian Finney-Smith no longer in the mix, Hayes could be asked to do more defensively and on the boards, especially during heavy rotation nights or injuries. Coaching trust still in question. There are still questions surrounding Hayes' fit in head coach J.J. Redick's system. During last season's playoffs, Redick showed limited confidence in Hayes, even opting to use smaller players like Finney-Smith in critical moments. Hayes' ability to earn and keep Redick's trust will be crucial going forward. Still, his athleticism, ability to run the floor, and improved pick-and-roll defense make him a valuable bench piece, if he can stay focused and consistent. High ceiling, but limited flexibility. While Hayes has shown flashes of becoming a strong role player, his career has also been marked by inconsistency. The no-trade clause now removes the Lakers' flexibility to include him in mid-season trade discussions, something that could become problematic if his development plateaus or the team needs to adjust. On the flip side, this move could also be a sign that the Lakers believe Hayes is ready to take the next step. Giving him this level of contract protection may signal the team's intention to keep him engaged and fully committed to the culture they're building. Final thoughts. Re-signing Hayes is a calculated gamble. He's still just 24 years old, has a solid physical profile for a modern center, and provides useful bench depth. But with Ayton now firmly entrenched as the starter, Hayes must embrace his role and maintain discipline to truly thrive. Whether this move turns into a smart investment or an obstacle for roster flexibility will depend on how Hayes responds to the opportunity and pressure that come with such a rare clause. For now, the Lakers are betting that he's ready to mature into a consistent and reliable piece of their rotation. Teams are quietly asking about LeBron James, even if a trade seems unlikely. One of the biggest storylines surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers this offseason is the uncertainty around LeBron James' future. While he did opt into the final year of his contract, that decision came with a pointed message from his agent, Rich Paul. If the Lakers aren't truly committed to contending for a championship, LeBron could explore other options. Paul later clarified that no trade discussions had taken place with the Lakers and that both the team and LeBron himself, along with fellow superstar Luka Doncic, were aware of the statement before it went public. Still, the tone was clear. James wants to win now. And if the Lakers can't offer that, the door to a potential change of scenery is cracked open. Now, according to ESPN's Tim Bontemps and Brian Windhorst, the door has caught the attention of other teams. While a LeBron trade remains highly improbable, mainly due to his massive salary and his no-trade clause, sources say a handful of teams have reached out to the Lakers to feel out the situation. Nothing concrete has materialized, but league insiders confirm that the topic is being quietly monitored. As one source put it, there have been a few exploratory calls. No real traction, but people are paying attention. To be clear, a trade involving LeBron James would be incredibly complicated. He holds one of the few no-trade clauses in the NBA, which means he has full control over where, or if he goes. And yet, in a league where even Luka Doncic was moved in a shocking deal, nothing is truly off the table. For now, the most likely scenario remains that LeBron returns to the Lakers for his 8th season in purple and gold. Despite the swirling speculation, both sides have enjoyed a largely successful partnership, one that brought a championship back to Los Angeles in 2020 and elevated the franchise back into consistent playoff contention. But the NBA doesn't stand still. Teams across the league are watching closely, waiting to see if any cracks form in the foundation. If LeBron were to become truly available, there's no doubt teams would line up to try and make something happen. Bronny stays focused amid the noise. Of course, one major factor in all of this is LeBron's desire to play alongside his son, Bronny James. That dream became reality when the Lakers selected Bronny in the NBA draft, giving LeBron a chance to share the court with his son, something no father-son duo has ever done in NBA history. While the media and fans have been consumed by the speculation, Bronny himself is keeping his focus elsewhere. According to those close to the team, He's not letting the noise surrounding his father distract him from preparing for his own rookie season. The spotlight on this Lakers team is only going to intensify. Between LeBron's uncertain future, Bronny's debut, and the pressure on the front office to deliver a contending roster, the stakes are higher than ever. For now, all eyes remain on Los Angeles, and no one, not even LeBron, knows exactly how this chapter will end. But one thing is certain, the league is watching, and the next move could change everything. As the off-season progresses, the uncertainty surrounding LeBron James only seems to deepen. The Lakers find themselves in a precarious position, caught between honoring a superstar's legacy and navigating the realities of a rebuilding roster. This delicate balance has sparked intense debate both inside and outside the organization. The lack of a contract extension offer to LeBron sends a clear message: the Lakers are hedging their bets. They appear reluctant to commit long-term to a player who will be entering his 23rd NBA season at nearly 41 years old. At the same time, they recognize his value, not just on the court but as the franchise's face and a global icon. From a strategic standpoint, the Lakers are facing pressure from multiple angles. Fans demand immediate success, fueled by LeBron's past championship pedigree, yet the team's current core lacks the depth and star power necessary to contend with the likes of the Nuggets, Bucks, and Warriors. The window for championship contention is narrow, and time is running out. This tension spills over into the league's front offices. Teams are watching closely, evaluating whether the Lakers situation could open a rare opportunity to acquire one of the greatest players of all time. Even if a trade seems unlikely, the mere possibility sends ripples throughout the NBA. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers and Knicks have emerged as potential landing spots if LeBron were to explore a new chapter. Cleveland, his hometown, offers a sentimental storyline, an opportunity for a final homecoming. However, their roster and salary cap situation make a trade challenging, requiring them to move key players to clear space. The Knicks, with cap flexibility and a growing core, present another viable destination, though questions remain about their readiness to support a veteran star's title aspirations. For LeBron, the stakes are deeply personal. Beyond legacy and championships, there's the unprecedented chance to play alongside his son Bronny, an experience that transcends basketball and speaks to family and history. This unique dynamic complicates any potential decision to leave Los Angeles. Within the Lakers organization, conversations continue behind closed doors. The front office is reportedly exploring ways to bolster the roster, balancing immediate needs with long-term sustainability. Yet, without significant moves, the risk of LeBron becoming disillusioned grows. Ultimately, the Lakers' handling of this situation will shape their future for years to come. If they fail to build a contender around LeBron, they risk losing him altogether and potentially entering a prolonged rebuilding phase. Conversely, a bold move could reignite the franchise's championship hopes but requires careful navigation of salary cap constraints and team chemistry. As the league watches, one thing is clear: LeBron James' off-season saga is far from over. Every decision, every rumor, every whisper carries weight. For a player of his magnitude, the next chapter could redefine not only his career but also the balance of power in the NBA. The coming months promise to be pivotal, not just for LeBron and the Lakers, but for the entire basketball world.